Alright guys, what is up? We are apparently in a winter wonderland today. Temperatures are in like the very low 30s. It's supposed to snow all day. So we figured, what the heck, let's go back to the creek that we went to. We fished this creek a lot, but this time last year we came here and I saw a very, very big, you know, long body fish, which was never able to actually determine what it was. My guess was either a palomino trout or a common carp. Very similar color, patterns, very similar like build, but we haven't fished this spot honestly in a month or two. But the beauty of now is most of the trees have shed their leaves, so it's a little bit easier to fish. But as you can tell, there are still a lot of hanging trees that we're gonna have to deal with, so stay tuned and we're gonna see if our monster fish is still here. All right, so what we're gonna do, we got some Eurotackle Y fries. If I could open this, the only, you know, downfall of fishing in the winter time, man, is you lose feeling in your hands pretty quickly. Judging by how, you know, red my hands are, you could tell that it's less than ideal, but you know, sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do to catch fish. But all I'm gonna be doing, putting this little grub on this ice jig, and I'm gonna just jig it like that. So let's see how hungry these fish really are. I mean, we just dropped it down and they're already attacking it. Look at that. Look at that. Damn, son. On the Y fry. Alright, I just pitched it. Oh man, look how quick that was. Literally, oh man. So this is like a really tough place to cast, if I'm being completely honest with you, because there's so many hanging trees that I'm not trying to hang my, oh, like that almost is a really bad cast. I almost have to like kneel down to try and avoid these trees, which kind of sucks. But as soon as that hit the water, we had a fish grab it. I think it was a creek chub, but look at that, look at that, look at that. Instantaneous, man. Got ourselves a creek chub. Look at that. Beauty. Alright, let's get it back down there. Try a little bit further out. I mean, watch, look how quick that is. That's like literally, it's almost like video game fishing. Like, now that's amazing how quick they hit it. Let him go. Let's see how quick we can get another hit. Boom. I mean, there's a fish literally, I see it on the tail of it, but haven't hit it yet. Might have to try a little bit further up. Oh, and that's that tree that I didn't want to catch. I might have to walk down to the base of the creek, honestly, because it's kind of an uncomfortable fishing like this from my knee. All right, let's get her back down there. I mean, it's almost like every time I get it, like you have a fish like that quick, we had a fish grab it and drop it. Now there's one swimming at it. Looks like he had it. Yep. Ooh, that's a different species. That is a juvenile bluegill. Man, that is weird. Look at that. He's got some type of, I don't know if that's an parasite or what. That's interesting. Yeah, that's interesting. He literally has black specks like all throughout its fins. Not sure if those, I mean, even in its mouth, that's kind of real interesting looking, to be honest with you. But we'll let him go. But it just shows you, man, these fish are starving. That was like insta hit as soon as that hit the water. I mean, there must be schooled up right there, because, you know, as soon as it gets there, I could see fish looking at it. Like one just grabbed it and dropped it. There we go. Got him that time. Only took a jig. Ooh, That's the papa right there, man. Look at that guy. That's the one. You can put him on the grill. Look how big that one is. Now this is the unglamorous side of fishing, to be honest with you, or non-glamorous. I don't know what the term goes, but fishing in the woods like this can be kind of a pain in the neck, because as you could tell, if you're staring at my knees, you gotta climb under and around, and I mean, it can get a little daunting, especially in this cooler weather, but you know, you gotta do what you gotta do to catch fish. So I'm hoping that on the other side of this tree that we just climbed under, there might be a little bit more of an opening to fish. There's also another drain, so I think there might be more fish congregated over there, but you won't really know until you try. But if we could find a way to get our line past this tree, I think we're going to be in business. All right, so we finally got past that tree, but as you could tell, there's a down tree here, down tree there. I think our best bet, just keep crossing. Just being extra careful, because one false step and the day is over for me. Meaning I got to go home and change out of this. But I think it's probably not going to be the most comfortable fishing, but there looks like there's a little rock ledge over here. Hoping it's pretty sturdy. Oof, man, it is slick. Yeah, like right here. It's not the most ideal spot, but I mean, I have a little bit of a clearance to cast. So let me put this down, we'll see what happens. All right, now that we climbed across, you know, the creek, we now have access to a decent little area that, look how quick that was. And that's what I was hoping was gonna happen. I mean, that was insta hit. And that's, you know, not a giant, but definitely a cool little creek chub. But this is what I was hoping to get, because where we were earlier was kind of uncomfortable, to be honest with you. I also was a little worried about losing a rig, because you're casting over so many trees. Man, that was almost instant. And that was quick too. Something's biting it right now. Got him. These creek chubs are relentless. And I know you guys at home are probably, some of you are saying, man, why is this guy fishing for, you know, 4 or 5 inch fish? Well, it's, you know, the middle of winter, and there's not many species around that are, you know, avidly feeding. So, you know, you gotta literally strike while the iron's hot, man. I'll take this all day. Now that looks a little different. Now that one's got red fins. That's interesting. I'm not sure if that's a different one with the red fins. I don't know if it's a new species for the channel, but that'd be cool if it is. Now, there's a reason why we are where we are. Where we're casting is the deepest part of this. Oh man, look at that. Damn. That's a bass. Let's go, man. Let's freaking go. What I was about to say, this is the deepest part of the creek. And when it's this cold, most of these fish are going to stage in that deeper spot. Typically, the creek chubs are the ones that are a little tough to hook, just because of the nature of the size of their mouth. I mean, we are using ice jigs, which definitely helps. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. That looks like a bass. Man, look at that, man. That's, oh man, that's 2 bass. I just lost them though at my feet. That's awesome, man. That's why I love these creeks, man. This can't be more than, you know, 3 feet of depth, if that. I mean, the amount of fish that are just lurking in that one little hole right there by that down tree is just amazing. Got him that time. Whoa, damn, son. That's a bigger one. Look at that. Little bluegill. I mean, the amount of life you gotta think that's in this little creek is amazing. I mean, it's like in a warmer month, I would definitely like to come here with like a snorkel and take like an underwater video, because it's just cool how, oh my god, how many fish are literally in one little area. I mean, That's a bigger chub than, you know, what we've been getting. But let's let it go. All right, so now we're gonna give a shot a little bit to the right of where we've been. There's a little bit of a ledge. You probably can't tell. Oh man, that was quick. You really can't tell, but there's a little bit of a ledge, and I think these fish kind of hang underneath of it because there's like a little bit of a crevice. It's like a little bit of like protection. Man, look at that. Now that looks like a pumpkinseed. I mean, geez Louise, there are so many different species in this one little area. Well, you think about it, we had two types of chubs, a largemouth bass, two largemouth bass, pumpkinseed, and a bluegill. You know, five species all literally within like a 3-foot square space is kind of amazing. I almost wish it wasn't snowing because, you know, it'd probably be a little bit clearer to see, but with all the snow hitting the creek, you know, it kind of ripples and then it's kind of harder to see. I mean, we just had a fish take the bait. I mean, I'm not even moving it at this point and they're just going nuts for it. Man, look at that. These things are all fired up and it's that like build a bite mentality. Tell you what, the Y-Fry is holding up pretty well now. Actually, I might have to adjust it.